English class, Sundays are fun days. Okay, that was terrible. I tried to say it. I was trying to make a joke about Sunday fun day rhyming English. Anyways, welcome to today's stream. I'm late, but that's just how it's gonna be. These first few days are kind of like rough because I'm still adjusting my sleep schedule back to like whatever it feels good to me. Because waking up at like 8 a.m. was like kind of killer for me. But today we've got a lot of fun things to do. One, we're actually gonna do that word game, the connection game that we didn't get to do last time. Two, we're gonna be doing a couple of other games as well. One that's going to disappear very soon at some point, so we kind of have to do it before Nintendo finds out. Like it really is kind of important. Three. Top three. Today's going to be a bit of a react day because I want to show you a video that I don't think many people have seen that I think is actually very, very fun to watch. So this video is going to be very interesting for me. Maybe not for thee, but that's okay. For me and not for thee, that's sort of a whole different issue. Okay, why is the iPad like massive? I don't know. What did we do last time? Yeah, it was the whatchamacallit. Okay, just leave it here. I don't know. We're going to be doing something very interesting. We're going to be watching some sandwiches first, okay? Nothing really happened between yesterday and today, as you can tell. Fizz Mobile. Have you been getting the ads too? I've gotten so many ads about like a Fizz Mobile thing. There's so many like different mobile chains now that are starting to pop up. And I don't know what's the point because they all seem the same. Like Fizz Mobile seems like the whatchamacallit. It feels like the Fido for like students, but like for everyone. Is it Canadian? It sounds Canadian. Fizz sounds like a Canadian word. You know what I mean? Like Fizz is Canadian humor. So probably. Where did Fizz start? Let's see. About Fizz. Yes, it is Canadian. It's only in Alberta, BC, Manitoba, Ontario, and Manitoba. What? Why Manitoba? Anyways, like BC and stuff makes sense, but Manitoba? Sorry, I'm just kind of confused. I was like, what? Anyways, yeah. So we're gonna see what this is. They have a TikTok. What? What do you have a TikTok? It's a phone company. What? They have a video about cup noodles. It's in French. Oh my god, chat. Also, I want you all to know the mod that's talking to us right now is a phony. They were kidnapped last night. The mod, I didn't pay the $200,000 fee, so they're gone now. What are these? Why is it this hairdressing? What? This is, by the way, this is a phone company. And they have like food videos. What is this? Green screen person. Somebody making whipped cream. Huh? Somebody making cakes. Huh? A model. Huh? Bixie or biscuit. What? Calculator. What? What is this? What is this? Okay, we have to see all this. What is with these TikToks? This is Fizz Mobile. Yes, this is Fizz Mobile. This is the new mobile company hot on the block. She's a marine biologist. She really enjoys the jackknife area. She really enjoys this particular fish. These things live to 500 years. What are these? Maybe it's specifically like Quebecois. Because it's all in French. Dans le coulisses. And then now there's like a hairstylist. I don't understand. How does this relate to your phone plan? How does this make your phone plan like any better? Huh? So somebody does makeup, hair, and then they do the thing. Work. Uh-huh. This is the one I'm like, how does this relate to your phone plan? Wait, what? Je ne le dirai pas quand le changerai. Change the fizz. And just change the fizz. It's just basically saying change the fizz and you'll feel better about it or something. You'll be richer because your cup noodle. So basically you're still eating like $1 cup noodle, right? Even if you change the Fizz Mobile, even with all the savings, you're still eating $1 cup noodle, but you get to waste the money on like a lobster too. So you get to put it inside of your cup, and then it falls apart anyways, because like that looks, it's gonna fall. The soup is gonna be on the sides. There's a postal code. Oh no, there's a promo code. Wait, this is a good song. What's the song? Dance You Out of My Head. by Kat Janice. Okay, maybe this is how people find their songs. Because I usually find my songs. I'm a song boomer. I find my songs by just like searching up like things or like or like or like listening to people that sound like the people that I listen to. Dance You Out of My Head by Kat Janice. What is this? This is the 1 hour. Oh my god, this is a 1 hour commute. Jesus Christ. This is for sure in Quebec. For sure. Wow, their stations look a lot like Toronto's. The subway stations. I guess it makes sense. It's like Canadian engineering, right? Oh, these things. Chat. Okay, this is a Canadian sport that maybe like two of you will actually understand. I want you to know when all you have is snow and ice, you try you try your best, right? Like like we had hockey and then but like hockey is like everything all at once. But we needed a sport that wasn't hockey that was easier. So we were like, okay, what is this hockey? But instead of like skating, you stand in one place and instead of a puck and a hockey stick, you have a stick on a rock. And then you just slide the rock. It's like, whoa, Canadian sports, let's go. Catch him. Oh my god, Doggo. Look at him. He's a little kid. He's a little flannel. I don't know why Canadians are associated with the flannel. I'm gonna tell you right now, flannels look sick. I think flannels look amazing. Right, Mod? Please tell me I'm not the only Canadian that thinks so. I like flannel. Oh yeah, okay. These are actual like heating stations. It's very weird. So basically, it's so cold out that they just have these, but also like it's mainly for show because this is like a festival thing. Because artisanal brasseries is like artisanal stoves, like stovetop grills or like something. Oh wait, the sugar cabin. I love this shit. So the sugar cabin is a thing where you pour sugar onto snow. This is the good stuff. Look. So they take not sugar. If you pour sugar on snow, it just disappears because it's the same size as a snowflake, so it's just gone. They pour maple syrup. Good thing you just had dinner. Okay, but when you see people make this, you're gonna be like, I don't know if you want this. It's a very particular style. Okay, so this is how they make it. Maple syrup. That is a layer of snow. Outside in the wild, they just take wild snow. Here, what they do is they make the snow from ice. So they shave ice now because of global warming and acid rain. Acid rain has ruined us. Acid rain has taken yet another Canadian tradition. The first was showering. Controlled snow environment. Yeah, exactly. So you pour on the maple syrup and it becomes like a taffy. Then you put your stick inside. So you put your stick inside and you like soak it up. Merci, monsieur. Thank you, mister. See that? Oh yeah, look at that. I want you to know that was $2. That was $2. Do you know what I can get for $2? I can get a double at Tim Hortons. That gets me even more value compared to this shit. Maple syrup. Listen, maple syrup's hard to get and it tastes great. But you can buy a huge ass jug of maple syrup for like a good like $9, and you can just pour that on yourself. Just go outside when it's snowing, pour it on the snow, ideally the yellow snow or the snow that comes off of people's tires, like the slush, and then that's all you really need. This looks like something people would eat out of desperation when there's snow on a hiking trip and can't go home. You know what's crazy is you're like very, very close to the idea of it. Yeah, you're very, very close. This is primarily eaten in like the snowy mountains of like fuck all. You go all the way to like a snowy Canadian mountain out of nowhere. There's just a cabin there, and the cabin sells you breakfast foods and like this because there's nothing else. Like it's the only place to go that's like warm and actually feels like good. And you go there because you're either working in the snowy, like because because maple syrup is a year-round thing, so you have to do it like the entire year, even as it's like cold. Or if you go there to like ski or like something or like explore, I don't know, or like make mountains. So yeah, for $2, you can live life like it's the Great Canadian Depression. It really, I mean, it tastes good. Like, the thing is that it actually does taste good, but it's like it just tastes like maple syrup that's like caramelized. It's kind of sad. It's melting. Do you see it melting, chat? It's melting away. Please tell me that they eat it. They don't even eat it. That's actually okay. So what is this? By the way, for context, this is a phone company. These are videos from a phone company. So we have no clue what this phone company is about, but they have some random videos. So the company's name is Fizz, and she just said Go Fizz. So translating from French to English, she just said Go Fizz. This video is sponsored by Fizz. 3 years now. 3-year anniversary. What? Okay, now she's just. Why is she baking? I don't understand. How is. So now she's baking? I don't understand. Okay. Okay, so this one made more sense than the last one. Again, the maple syrup video was also for the same company, for the Fizz company. So I don't know what's going on here. How about this one? What's the point? I don't know. What's the how does this make me feel like this is Fizz? How does this make me feel like this is Fizz? I don't know. Well, okay, how is this related to Fizz, the phone company? The badly pitch shifted '90s music. Yep, it's really the TikTok staple. That's the phone number. I think that's the phone number of Fizz. I just I just want you to know, like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, maybe they sell drones too. This is actually the Canadian drone company that decided to use their like widespread like tele-navigation or like satellite, radio wave stuff, but for phones. They're actually a drone company that got into the phone business by happenstance because like the CEO's daughter or like son needed like a phone or something. I'm what? I'm unavailable. Dem, no, they see me. I'm unavailable. Dem, no, they see me. I'm unavailable. Dem, I'm in a time loop. I'm in a time loop and everything hurts. What does this mean? Okay, so you get no caller ID, or rather, like don't get like don't be caught without caller ID or something. I don't know what this is. My French is weak, but like I feel like it's better than this. I swear marketing is a scam. I swear the entire marketing like industry is a scam. There's no way that these are real ads. There's actually no way. Why is there a green screen dude playing soccer? Why is somebody playing soccer? Why is there a fan? The cake makes sense. What about the bike? Always has been. FaceTime. Oh my god, they sell time stop technology. We gotta expand to Japan. Time stop technology. Can you imagine if the Canadians like invented Zawado? Yeah, exactly. Like the Zawado, and then we sold it to Japan instead. And it's like, yes, this is what we've always dreamed of. I don't even get the point of that. What is this? What is this? What are these ads? Is this what ads are like on TikTok? Like, can you guys have you guys ever seen ads on like TikTok? I feel like this is the Twilight Zone. Because Canada, I will say Canada's ads like tend to be either absolutely amazing or god awful. And it's like 99% of the time it's god awful, but our top tier ads are better than any other, well, at least better than like most other ads that I've seen that like top tier elsewhere. Like the Canadian Hippo one, I still think about that to this day. Totally not biased because it's a Canadian ad and I'm Canadian. So do you want CC or Sella? We transfer or airdrop? We transfer. I'm sorry. We transfer. I don't know anybody who uses we transfer here. Finnish coffee commercials are best in slot. Please send some. That sounds amazing. Remind me to search for them after. Finnish coffee commercials. Tell me a brand to like search for. Sadly, you won't understand them. No, is it? Oh, is it those like ads where it's like the meaning is like a cultural, like full reference too? We do have another Finnish person here. Actually, maybe they're at work. I'll get them to translate for me after. They're in the Finnish. But can I get maybe I can get the circumstance by just understanding the motion, right? Because ads are audio visual, but I can figure out just the visual side. I don't feel comfortable with the way this thing is moving. Seeing a person, you know what I mean? Seeing a person with no defining features like freaks me out. It reminds me. This is like the Twilight Zone stuff, or like the Uncanny Valley of like AI stuff. Is it something sexual? Probably. It took her 7 tries. Again, what about this ad says phone company to you? What about this ad says phone company? This right here, that's a sexual move. What about this ad says a phone company to you? I don't know. What is boys soccer? To be fair, soccer is surprisingly popular in like Montreal. Well, I mean hockey too. Like it's literally just soccer and like hockey. They're they're going around sports bars and cafes to ask people to play soccer, I think. Or like yeah, or like watching soccer games. And they're sponsored by like Fizz. Okay, this guy's funny. That this guy is a natural comedian. No, you're not on film. Is my face okay? No, you're not on film, buddy. Old people humor is like weird because old people humor it's like they've like been through it all. Like they've heard all the variations of like these nuts. So they're able to clap back at you instantly with anything on like any topic. It's crazy. They're so good. He's been an owner of this cafe for 30 years. You can't find any. Oh no. You have to record them. You have to record them for posterity. You have to be the one to preserve it. You have to be the one who like runs like Finnish ad section on like archive.org. Red card. It's a really good ambience, really cool here. They also like going to the pubs on Tellier. Man, their French is so fast. Like, cause like the French, like France French is like pretty fast, but it's also like very very clear. Quebec French is like fast. Like basically in Quebec, you kind of sound like XQC at any moment. Like it's pretty normal to sound like XQC. You did find a beer commercial. Yes, that's what we need. Incroyable. Three. He got three. He got four or three. That's a good, really good coffee. So MVP restaurant. In 17 years, is there any match in particular that like makes you feel like you're alive? When they had that game in France, she felt the goosebumps and the energy was wild. Les enfants du rock, the child of rock. That's a sick name actually. The child of rock. Rock like rock kids. Électrisant. Okay, gross does not mean gross. Gross is like I don't know, but it's not a bad word. Okay, what is this about? What? How does this relate to a phone company? The clientele is gross. Gross clientele. What is what? I don't understand. This is not a phone company video. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Giant fruits. Beyonce wind. Can we get the Beyonce wind for the hairstyle? Disinfectant. Hashtag throwback 2020. Hashtag throwback 2020. I'm just gonna switch this up. Best era of my life. Holy shit, best era of her life. No worries, chat. You can go anytime. Oh man, that's actually funny. Yeah, people come to the same conclusions when a German pack of snacks had cross written on it. Okay, have you ever seen the Muppets movie? I think I talked about this last time. But in the Muppets movie, when they go to Germany for their show and it says "Die Muppets," and then they're like, "Well, I guess we're washed up now" or something. It's a pretty good scene. But yeah, that's exactly. It's like those like language jokes are like funny to me. So throwback to people at the playlist. What? So this is throwback 2020. Mind you, my 2020 was stuck indoors. So I don't know how people are going outside to like live their life outside. But like this, like having multiple people in a single spot, I feel like that's like a bad thing to like do, no? Weren't you all in like lockdown with us? You were at like a party? What's going on over here? Did she just fart on him? I think she just farted on him. Oh my god. Okay, so this is about people biking in Montreal at 0 degrees Celsius, aka at the freezing point of like water. Okay, so I thought this was a phone company, but they then decided to make it a bike company. Huh? This is honestly, I don't know what's going on. This is the only Fizz theme ad that I've ever seen so far on this channel in the last like 12 ads. Does Canada use degrees Celsius in general, or is it only the French? I like how he separated the French as if they're like a whole subspecies of Canadian. What's funny is that you doing that has harkened back to a long term Canadian struggle. The Quebecois would agree with you. The rest of Canada would be appalled. No, it's just funny. It's just funny because of the separation movement. It's just really funny. Oh man, because the joke is always that like there's like Canada and then there's Quebec. Because the joke is like they're so different from us, but they're also still Canadian at the heart too. But yeah, all of us use Celsius. I think the only difference between us and them is that their stop signs don't say stop. Even in France, like apparently they say stop. Here, I didn't know this, but I thought the stop signs were always translated, right? Because in Montreal or something, or like in Quebec proper, they say arrêt, which is like stop. You know what I mean? Or like come to a stop. So basically, the only difference is that in Quebec, everything English must be translated to French. So Pulp Fiction has like a nonsense name. It's a very weird like place to like be. Other than that, we're basically the same. Celsius, feet and inches, maple syrup. Considering different parts speak different languages, it wouldn't be too far off. Yeah, that's true. I think like Quebec proper, yeah, it's like definitely French centered. Whereas like Montreal, you tend to get like more of a mix. Like in Montreal, you definitely feel like you're on like the melting pot of like Canada, where it feels like they're both. It's like both sides of French Canada plus English Canada coming into one, right? Sorry. Again, it was just funny within context. It's just funny. This is the only ad I've seen from them. Again, this is the only ad that makes sense. It's a Star Trek, and it's just that's it. It's 7 seconds. This is the worst series of ads I've ever seen. What were we even doing? What were we even doing? I actually don't remember. Oh, yeah. I was going to show you a video. Well, I mean, I guess it tied in very, very well because this was going to be a bit of a react segment here. We're going to check out sandwiches today. I want you to look at these sandwiches with me, and we're going to see these sandwiches. It's a video that's really good, actually. I'm going to post it in the Discord as well. It's by Bobber WCC. By Bobber WC, that was so loud. Where they have 3D high-quality scans of sandwiches, and they rotate around, and you get, like, Nintendo music to it. And I've always loved this, but I've never really showed you guys this, and I want us to go through this. So we can see every single sandwich, and we see which ones are our favorite, and, like, which one slaps. Because these are really good sandwiches. Except for this, this is probably the most mid-tier sandwich ever. You know what? We won't even pause. This is a mid-tier sandwich. I think this one has too much like stuff on it that like throws away the flavor, and the chicken probably is like way too much bread. I don't know what the fuck this is. What in God's name is this? Is this one of them ramen burgers? See, I don't know why we keep doing like fancier buns. This is what they give you in school because the school funding has been going downhill. Like this is, I mean, I'm surprised that they even have sesame seeds. Sesame seeds and the cheese, honestly, that's a step up. When I was in school, my burgers were just patty, bun, no sesame seed, and you had to get the ketchup from like outside the school. So I used to bring like a like ketchup, like packets of it. It was bad. You can say that this looks cheap. Now, what is this? It's not a sandwich. It's just cheese. There's no sandwich here at all. It's just cheese. Where's the meat? The music fits though, because this is like clown sandwich. Yeah. It's all. What the fuck is this? Oh, this one's a roast beef. This one's like an angled roast beef. This is one of the artisanal sandwiches. Is it mango? Wait, the mango. Oh my god, wait. Wait, no, wait. It's cheddar. It's just a giant cut of cheddar. You could tell because the way it like smears. Mango would completely smear, whereas that one is like definitely like a cheddar cheese. This is a roast beef that's been wrapped. This is for sure wrapped up. This is just a terrible big. This is just they just stuff an omelet instead of a sandwich. See, I don't know. See, I think a sandwich really only has three core components that you have to hit, right? A crunch, a meat, and a bun. Everything else is extra. And so you have to be very careful because that core works so well. The meat, the crunch, and the bun is like the base core that always tastes the good. From there, you can go really down or really up. And you have to be really careful because this looks like it goes really down because that's an entire omelet in your sandwich. An entire omelet. I don't know what this is. Why is there so many sausages? But I do love the banana peppers. I love the banana peppers here. Is the crunch a filling or can the bread be the crunch? Potentially the bread can be it, but then you end up with only meat and like bread. At which point I feel like I'd be ripped off because everyone sells sandwiches for at least like $8 now, which I think is a scam. This is just a hot dog that's just been lost. This is a lost hot dog. It's a lost dog. I do like banana. Okay, this one's cute. The music fits perfectly too. I don't know what that's fried garlic on there. I would eat this. This feels like a quarter pounder filet mignon thing. What is that? That's egg, cheese, fake bacon. Oh my god. I would eat this. This is my dream. So we have these Montreal what are they called? Montreal something sandwiches. Montreal sandwiches. What are they called? Holy mother of beef, roast beef. What is the my fellow Canadians? What is that? What's that Montreal cured meat sandwich again? Smoked meat sandwich? Smoked meat? Yeah, Montreal smoked meat is basically this. So I'm down for this. When I was in Montreal, when my wife and I were in Montreal, I just wanted to eat like roast like was it smoked beef every single day. Ew. Like I know you might hate veggies, but please don't do this. This is that's disgusting. This honestly feels like a science experiment. Too tall. Too tall, but the bacon, see that's a crunch element. A double stacker, and the turkey gets to go into like a nice little like soft chewy layer. Moss. I think it was moss. Like I actually think they just found like a rotten burger on the side of the road and just took like a 3D scan of it because they were like, cool. But this one, I agree with this. Crispy bacon. Not I mean Canadian bacon's kind of weird. There's Canadian bacon, there's like pea bacon, and then there's actual like like streaky bacon, which is this bacon. So streaky bacon sandwiches are top tier. I still find the Canadian bacon wrong. This is too much. You know what I mean? Like your flavor palette's gonna be all over the place. Your mouth is gonna be like oily. I can't even look at this. Calm down. Slow down. Do you know why they didn't want us to look? They didn't want us to see this because it's a low res scan. Honestly, if I could tell what this is, I maybe it would taste tasty, but it looks like it has noodles on top, and I don't know if I like that. What in God's name is this? Is that meat? There's no way that that's meat. That's a pineapple bun. That's a pineapple bun, dude. That's a bone. Wait a minute. Look, look. That's a bone. This is a pineapple bun. Pork, pork chop sandwich. Pineapple bun, pork chop sandwich. But they didn't even take out the bone. So you have like the pork chop on the bone in your sandwich. So when you eat it, you need to throw the bone on the floor or something. Because sandwiches are a portable food. I mean, to be fair, I think the pineapple bun already made it not portable because the top of the pineapple bun like flakes off and you get like flavor like puffs, which is like nice. But then the bone, I don't know why there's bone. That condensed milk? I mean, it looks tasty. This is a good sandwich. I know I just said the last one was too much, but this one, it's just three ingredients, and then the mainstay is the meat. That's genius. This looks disgusting, but also amazing. I would actually eat this 100%, except the meat is a bit too raw for me. I don't know. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, rare ground beef is a gateway to tapeworms, okay? The people who are recommending you rare ground beef to eat, their brains are infested with the worms, right? So the worms are controlling them and telling the humans, eat more rare ground beef. Oh my god. I don't know about this one. The bread is good. I think the bread's really good. The music is perfect, actually. That's exactly what I think. Too much. This is I've had these sandwiches. They're so messy. They're really good, but they're really, really messy. And so maybe I say too much. I don't think the song fits. Yeah, the song fits for like this one. This one's just a classic. Just a turkey with like a sauce on it, right? Very nice cream sauce. But what the hell is this? I love how the music really does fit well. Like it really captures the weird nature of these sandwiches. What is this? This does look like a glorious sandwich. I would eat this 100. This looks amazing. And the bread, extra crunchy. You have like the soft, mushy chewiness of the roast beef into the crunchiness of the bread, like coated in powdered sugar. Apparently, I'm just kidding. It's not powdered sugar; it's flour. But still, I think this would be amazing. I can see this being like the Grand Tour sandwich. Yeah, this is what you eat after winning the F1, or after you finish like class. Nice. Is that tamago? That's just what? Isn't that like the like egg? Like a wrap omelet from like. This is like a fancy one. What the fuck is this? Where's the sandwich? I told you the three components of a sandwich was a crunch, a meat, and a bread. Where's the meat? Well, I've had cheese sandwiches. To be fair, no one says a grilled cheese sandwich is not a sandwich. I think a grilled cheese. You know what? I take away the meat. This is absolutely a sandwich, and so I should check my biases. I think this is 100% a sandwich. I swear we just saw this at the very beginning. No, I swear we just saw this. Like this is good, I'm sure, but like this, yo, bold move to stack it like this. Bold move to go for an onion cut. That's maybe 60% of the entire sandwich. Bold move to make it so big you can't fit in your mouth. So this is the thing, right? It looks amazing, and then when you go to bite it, you bite it and you only get the bottom bun plus the meat, and you're like, okay, well, I kind of get that. I have to get the like top bun too. So you go to bite the top bun, and then your mouth is just full of tomato and an onion, and it's like I don't know what to do. This is good. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's some good turkey. That's some really good turkey. I like that a lot actually. Something about turkey, the meat of turkey, it's like it's like it's the media meat of like bird meats, right? Because like I think like not to say that like other meats aren't like meaty, But like I think that turkey meat like works very very well on its own, and it usually almost always I feel like turkey meat is almost always cooked in a way that actually tastes good and like feels like it's actually meat. Not to say that like chicken meat isn't, but this is just too much. My hands are gonna be soggy. If your sauce can't stay on a burger, it shouldn't belong on a burger. I take it back. I take back everything. This is an amazing burger. Well, sandwich. I think this is a great sandwich. I think the flavor is good. What the fuck? It's just a Subway sandwich opened. Subway's new fish fillet. Oh yeah. I don't know if I like this one. The red onion is a very bold move for like flavor. This is a bold move. Is that just a stack of pickles? Now that's a good sandwich. I think meatball sandwiches are underrated, but they have to be done well. And look at the content of this meatball. That's a good meatball. Okay, well, that's a really good meatball. It has everything that you need, right? It has the binder. It has the fattiness and the meatiness. Then it also has the sauciness. There's every single thing that you need. That's good. POV. You would try to bake you would try to bake some like bread. And you know that scene in Powerpuff Girls when like Professor X like knocks over the sugar or like chemical X or like something, and then he like makes like children with like no fingers. Same thing, but instead of like a chemical X, you knock over the bacon as well as some like egg, and then you put it into the oven anyways. And it's like it turned out wrong. It's like what do you expect, man? What do you expect to turn out wrong? Of course it turned out wrong. What is this? Oh my god, it's like these days. It's like this. It's like this. Costco guys, chicken bake. It's like this shit. We're Costco guys. This these dudes like one money, right? It's crazy that they were able to like do this and spin this into their own series of like, and now they're famous, like actually famous and well known, and they get like millions of like subscribers and like viewers just doing this like shtick, like the whole family. Two, there's no way people are eating while they shop at Costco. I've never seen that. I feel like this is a degenerate behavior. Sure, like everything that they've done so far, I can kind of see, right? The eating is like a very, I think, a risque move. I think if you leave crumbs on the floor, you're kind of like you are the problem, right? But then you do the workout with the tires, and then I'm like, at this point, this is just comedy, right? Like this is no longer true. Like they've gone beyond life, and they're trying to build like an image that isn't real anymore, right? This is just a visage. Honestly, yeah. What the hell is that thing? Holy shit, that thing is huge. That thing is sick. It's a water cave. I want that. Honestly, yeah. Why do people do like? It's a very dad. It's a very dad code of things. Like do, it's like do that. But at the same time, it's like I used to not do that, and now I do that, but I don't have kids yet. So what does that mean about me? Because my wife and I love checking out this like stuff. This and like the Frozen section. There's something about this in the Frozen section where I'm like, ooh, what's new in the market? You know what I mean? Like, what's a new frozen pizza out there? Oh shit. Okay, we actually can't go any further. We have maybe 50 seconds left. I only plotted this for like a good like 30 minutes and we're already over. So we have to move on. Yeah, honestly, how come they don't put limits on like samples? Like, I get that you're already paying like what is it, $100, right? But couldn't you like theoretically you could feed yourself off of samples alone? Honestly, I thought I was the only one who like did this. As like very often when my wife are like going, like we'll just dip into the cool section to like chill out. I'm still eating it. What, you think I can just eat this thing in like one go? It's pretty massive, man. Dear God, I hate the Costco guys so much. Well, not like hate them, but like it's just they show the degenerate side of like Costco, right? I think there's a high class side that really focuses on taking care of the environment of the community, right? Of the community, and they just show the side that's all like, oh, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna eat my chicken bake, and I'm gonna get all the crumbs on the floor, and I don't know if that makes sense. I just don't think it's good for the for society to leave those crumbs. Anyways, we're gonna move on, but before we do, we have to do one single game because a chat member kept on asking me about this. They wanted to see how this game works. This is a connections game. And this is wait, actually, I need to do this. Excuse me, sorry. This is a connections game, and the point of this entire game, maybe like zoom in more, is that you have to find the connections between these words. Okay, you have to create groups of four, and it's Slay the Spire themed. And these items only exist in Slay the Spire. And honestly, I don't even remember half these items, but I'm pretty sure that Simmering Fury, like water, halt, and intimidate are for the Watcher. Okay, well, I was really close. Maybe it's not intimidate. It's halt for sure, but Velvet Choker? Maybe it's not Velvet Choker. Cloak Clasp. It's or how come? I'm a failure. Relics that can be worn around the neck. Oh. Well, that was a disaster. Items that give block at the end of turn. Items that give a card on next draw. Cards with art featuring slams. I genuinely thought it was about the Watcher. Like, you have to figure out the four cards for, like, a Watcher. Anyways, that's all I wanted to show you. The coffee's kicking in, which means we can actually move on to the games now. Today's gonna be a mostly boring day, where it's like, it's mostly my day. I'm still recovering from, like, the work, sleep stuff, so we'll see how it goes. Tomorrow, there's no stream as well, but we're gonna see what we can do. I'm so sorry, chat. You just missed the connections game, and I just lost for the day. I'm so sorry. I just did it really quickly because I just want to move on, but you'll see it next time. Maybe tomorrow. We need to play one game before we get to the core stuff today. Okay, so the core stuff today is gonna be Resident Evil 4 remake for about an hour or two, Sandbox for about 4 or 5 hours. It really depends. I don't want to go too long tonight, just because I have too many things to do. There's a lot of things that I'm doing behind the scenes to make everything better. Now that I have a lot more time and like energy, so we'll have to figure things out. But before we do all of that, we have to get to a game before Nintendo finds it. Now, some context here. Sorry, I'm like drinking coffee at the same time. Let me show you this. Nintendo is very well known for killing fan remakes or just fan games in general. It's basically their shtick. This is not the only fan game that's been hit by this too, and even me making this video is kind of risky doing this because if they find this, then they know what's going to happen. AMTOR was a fantastic remake of Metroid 2. That was really good. If I ever play this on stream, I get DMCA'd. It's actually impossible for you to play this. The problem is that the game is actually really, really good. And the reason why Nintendo does it is because they're very, very heavy about like protecting their IP to some extent, but also it doesn't really make sense because like the law doesn't really work that way. So people have been speculating like maybe they just believe it works that way, so they do it, right? But the truth is, you still get to keep your IP even if you don't necessarily protect it in this way, right? And the name of the game is really not at all indicative of this being like a Metroid game. It says AM2R, another Metroid 2 remake, but everybody calls it AM2R by the acronym. So if you look at this at first glance, it's like, I don't know if this is Metroid until you see the game itself. Which, you know, fair, like it looks very, very similar, but still, like it doesn't make, it's weird that they want to be so vehement about it. Especially when we see fan games and other genres that tend to work very, very well, or like other IPs. For instance, Sonic. I think Sonic is being held up by the fan game structure, the fan game culture. I think Sonic in general doesn't really have much of anything. And then the fan game culture is sort of the thing that drives it forward. And then the Sega just happens to bring in whichever fan game is really good, and then they happen to like bring them in to become a core canon because they couldn't figure it out themselves, right? To some degree. Nintendo doesn't really do this. They just kind of go on, and any single game that comes on any other IPs goes downhill. So the game that we're going to be playing is a Zelda game that's fully fan made, and recreates the assets pixel to pixel, which is basically akin to tracing it. So I don't think this project will last for very long, but hey, it's there. It's a bit of a roguelike dungeon game. which is kind of cool to see. But again, it's a bit of a legal landmine, so I'm surprised that they even did it. Before we do, though, as you know on this channel, I like to play music, and today is no exception. I've got even more music for you, Chad. Today's music is something that I think fits the vibe of trying to escape the DMCA, the legal eagle, so to speak. It's a song that really feels like you're going on a bit of an adventure of some kind. It's a very interesting song, and it's actually on the newest album, of a hyperdrama by Justice. The song is called Moonlight Rendezvous. I said this last time that this is one of my favorite songs on the album, along with the song starring Explorer, or like the song Explorer, as well as Incognito. I think those three songs sound the most Justice-like, but also the most interesting and the most forward thinking. It's weird though. It's like weird how like they almost like invent new styles of sounds, and this song is kind of no exception. It's a fascinating mix of both jazz and sort of electronic sounds, and also a bit of a gothic tune to it too. So I think you'll like this. So please enjoy some Moonlight Rendezvous by Justice. I really, really enjoy the sounds of that. There's something interesting about the way that it sounds, almost like a mysterious whatchamacallit, like a mysterious foray into like a deep wandering forest. Again, it sounds very, very weirdly gothica too at like certain points. It's weird how they capture so many different feelings within the songs. And so it's what I sort of enjoy about the song, and why I thought it fit today was because Zelda kind of feels like that, right? I mean, at least the original Zelda is, where I think Breath of the Wild sort of like changed the tone entirely into being more of a, I guess, like a more lighthearted adventure. Well, I mean, lighthearted if you ignore the fact that like people are dying, there's been like a genocide and stuff like that. But if you just focus on the fact that like you're out in like, and you can go to like a beach island and you can have like a beach episode, pretty fun, like pretty damn good. But in the older Zeldas, I remember it was very much like shit's gone real. Like a Link to the Past, that like shit got real. Okay, Zelda is gone. Okay, Link is actually the main character. Who knew? He's got to. Who knew? That's what the game was really referring to. Was that Zelda wasn't the dude with the sword? Then you have to go find her, and you have to go through this like dark and terrible place, and your uncle's dead. It's like, oh, uncle, no. You know what I mean? Like, it's a really fascinatingly dark story. And the Breath of the Wild honestly was kind of that initially, but you don't know it until later. Like when you first go through, it's like it's more of like a wonder. Whereas like this one is like, oh god, like there's a sense of like dread to it. You felt something when you listened to the song. You don't know if you like it. Well, it made you feel something, and that's sort of the key thing about these songs. And I think the thing that really is interesting about Justice is that their songs make you feel things. Like their songs really do make you feel things beyond just beyond just like energy and like energetic, right? A lot of electronic songs, not to like diss them, they all have their place, right? But sort of like the meme of an electronic song is like, you know what I mean? It's made to like make you dance. But then Justice says, well, wait, it's a very viable genre to do even more with it, to make you feel all kinds of ways. And so they just say, well, we mix everything with it. It's sort of like the mantra that I find that's similar between them and Daft Punk, where it's like, it's music, right? It's legitimate music that happens to use electronic devices to make it work. But that's fine. You can still make people feel things, and that's what it has to. And that's why I think it's like really, really good. We're gonna move on now to the Dungeons of Infinity. Give me a moment to set things up, and I'm sure you're going to like this one. I like you for your brain, streamer. Deal with it. I'm only watching you for your brain and your voice. The rest of you could be a brain in a jar, and I wouldn't even care. Stranger. Next game we're going to be playing is Resident Evil 4 Remake. The randomizer mod, because I re-downloaded it. Well, not like re-downloaded it. Well, I had to actually re-download portions of it because it didn't really work when I transferred it over. I didn't know. Thankfully, the download happened overnight, so it's there now. There will be no last-minute changes. And the mods that I have are actually going to be there. The big, massive brain. Every time I look at that Michi emote, it's just funny to me. Because it's... it's like the perfect face for it, really. But before we do, again, as you all know, I like to play music on this channel. And I've got a bit of a playlist for you all that really, I think, matches what we enjoy on this channel and the impact of what we're going through. Or rather, the topic that we're going to be going down. So I hope that you do enjoy this song The song is not Rendezvous by Justice. We just listened to that. No. We just listened to that. No, this is Explorer by Justice. Again, from the Hyperdrama album. Starring Conan Moccasin. Kind of a good name, actually. And again, this, I think, is one of their most Justice-y sounding songs on their album. But it's not just a Justice-y sounding song. It sounds like they're defining a new sound for the genre. It's a very interesting way of doing it. And the best part of the song is the vibe that it makes you feel. It feels like you're going down this like dark and like deep adventure. It feels a lot like the kind of music you'd find in like the Castlevania like anime at the intro when everything's going to like shit, or in like a Metroid game where you're going down deeper and deeper into like a facility. It feels really cool, like really really cool. If you like someone for their brain, would that mean a lot? Since brain's like 99% of what you are, I would say yes, because it's 100% of what you are, right? I actually think liking someone for their brain is the best part of liking somebody, because think about it. Without your body, you're still you, and so does it really matter how you look like? No. In fact, you look fine the way that you are, and you should feel confident in the way that you are. Everybody looks fine the way that they are. Everybody. Doesn't matter what you look like. That's why I'm very heavy on like not making fun of people's looks, okay? If the people play into it for a joke, I'll laugh along with them. But at the same time, I'll recognize that we don't go too far, right? Like, you don't go beyond what they themselves like set up for themselves. And you have to be careful too of like, are they downplaying themselves? But if they're enjoying the process and they're doing it as like a quick joke, right? Like, I might make a joke about me being a short king and my Amazonian queen, right? And that's fine. And like, but like, if I said that, but I sounded like I was like kind of like hurt inside, like if I said like, yeah, I'm a short king, and then everybody kept on doing it, I think you'd all be assholes. But we haven't done that, so you know what I mean. But I think it's important to understand that you are you, and you are all that matters, and that's all you really need to be. Actually, human's body to brain ratio is 41, so your brain's like 2% of you, actually. Yeah, but like, wait a minute. You only like 2% of me? Damn, that hurts. Enjoy Explorer by Justice, everyone. The whole album definitely takes on a much deeper, broody tone. Yeah. I think it's say like their first album where like was it Cross? I think that one was much more upbeat, like way more upbeat, way more sort of energetic. Sure, Valentine at times had this like melancholy to it. I think Valentine especially had like a very interesting melancholy to it. But even then, the pace of it was definitely it felt like more of like a dance house type of thing, or like a club kind of deal. Whereas this one definitely feels like that sort of like peeling back and sort of getting to the core of like what life is and what people are. It's weird the way that they peel back the layers to sort of get at the core of the messages of their songs. And you kind of see this in the music videos too, like the way that they sort of like take on these like strangely more almost like moody topics, especially in what's that? It's one music video involving robots. I've forgotten the name of the song now, but I thought that was fantastic. And you see this a lot in like different artists too, like say No Worries, the duo of Knowledge as well as Ansipak, right? Yes Lord was really really good, because it's like it felt like you were in like this like phase of like you're enjoying life and you're vibing, and then Why Lord, it felt like a very very sort of like fascinatingly introspective, and at times depressing, and at times sort of like self-flagellating look at what a person is, and sort of like how it's so easy for us to make mistakes, but also not make mistakes because a mistake is an accident, but to cause problems in a way. Like, you see a lot of artists sort of go down this like route of like they start out very very sort of like upbeat and like happy, and then they start to explore. And I think again the name of the song is perfect for that, because they're starting to explore sort of their inner being. They're starting to explore more aspects of who they are. They're starting to explore bits of life even. It's a very interesting take on sort of the album and that you see from many, many artists. And I really hope to see more of that, because I think it's a very, very important aspect of life that we don't really get a chance often to like do. Is sort of introspect and explore the machinations of our minds, and sort of the mysteries, the enigmas that live within our sort of like corpus, right? So it's a cool album. It's a really good album. Again, I love the entire album as it is. I can't believe some of the names on this too. And again, it's funny to see like, because like Miguel, I haven't heard of him in like forever, and all of a sudden he's on Hyperdrama. So I mean, this is crazy. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy that. We're gonna move on now to Resident Evil 4 Remake Randomized. This is your Resident Sleeper mode, but my fun time. Again, I'm only doing this for like an hour because I know I said last time it was the final time, but like I actually got hooked to it. I couldn't stop playing it. It was like fuck, we have to keep playing it. This time I've got a couple of mods, so I'm sure you'll enjoy the new looks of every character. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. I'll show you what I mean. Enjoy. But give me a moment to set things up. How come no one's ever done like a remix of like the like brother to be like brother I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that remix of like of the brother. Don't steal my idea. Wait, don't steal my idea. Wait, let me write this down. Brother brother but like okay. Brother but pitch shifted. Brother but pitch shifted into an R&B song. Brother pitch shifted. And it's like brother brother How the hell do I? Sorry, this is gonna take a while to set up. Sorry, I should have done this before I started. It's there now, but I need to do one step. So enjoy the background music. Sorry. By the way, that thing I said about Sonic earlier, you agree that's probably a big part of why Sonic stays relevant / afloat in the community. Them making fan game stuff. Yeah, I agree. Like I actually genuinely think that like them making fan games is probably the best part of the entire experience, right? If it weren't for the fan games, I don't think it would have stayed alive for very long. IMO. Not that they like it would have been bad, but I feel like it's just the fan games definitely make it. IMO. Because it's sort of like it's not like they're doing anything with the IP to some good degree, right? Like Sonic Frontier was kind of cool, being like an interesting take on it. But then it's like it's not that great. So it's like, is it really good? Not really. So, you know, I feel like it's just it like they definitely failed in certain parts. So it's nice when they allow fan games to like thrive and they make them work and stuff. So hey, I got it working, by the way. So. So yeah, I'm gonna cut the music. Cut the tape. Cut the tape. Cut the tape. Fuck it. Cut the tape. Show is done. Cut the tape. And again, we're not doing the VTuber model because again, my computer can't handle it. So I'm getting a fix for that soon. Actually, very soon. My wife is gifting me something very cool. I'm gonna do something for you, chat. It involves playing a music song and going into some sandbox. So basically, this is my moment for myself. Okay. At this point, the stream is no longer for you, and it's for me. Hey, Sticky, I'm so sorry that you came at me saying that, but that is funny. That's funny. Fine, we'll watch some. Okay, fine, we'll watch some footage of the Zeebo. Okay, we'll start with some footage of the Zeebo. Good thing you came. You're gonna see a console that no one's ever seen before. Chat. I've never heard of a Zeebo. Let's see Resident Evil 4 on the Z Play Zeebo. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? I'm gonna leave the things on the screen. Okay, just imagine that the characters that you see on screen are a part of the game, okay? This is on the Zeebo. What is this console? Okay, so it's a whole different story. In fact, it's entirely cut to be a different story entirely. Uh-huh. Oh my God. This feels like what happens when you buy those like 5-in-1 game packs, and you know what I mean? Like this is a 5-in-1 game pack that you bought at like the flea market that happened to have a game. Yeah, and then why is the beat so good? Like the beat feels like a Tim Burton movie theme. It feels like a Tim Burton movie theme. Do 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 do, and then look at how slow that was flying. More like 101. It vibes like a plug and play. Yeah, exactly. Why is he blue? You know what this is? The beat makes it sound like there should be like a violin going. Reminds you of Doom 2D that you bought in Talon. Please? What does that even mean? You should make a video on that. You should make a channel, call it retroactive. Call it retroactive. Make a channel called retroactive, and then you play it. That's your only video. You'll get a million views. I guarantee it. What is this video that you posted? I'm gonna download this because I don't know what this is. Downloads, sure. And I'm gonna play this for you all. When does it get better? Chat, this is the worst game I've ever seen in my life. With the music. Ugh. Okay, well I don't think I'll ever play that on stream. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm changing my idea about buying that console. Instead, I give you this. What is this? I'm afraid because it comes from the same chatter that gave us the video of Baby Gronk. Brett Summer is over. It's time to enter your historical era. Sigma Day! Slay! His codpiece! Very based. Chat, this diorama is sending me. Is this made with AI? Maybe the script is. Dioramas are lit. Are cap 8? For real, no cap. Negative aura points. The vibes are immaculate. Have a goated day out. Slay. Slay, queen, slay. I love this. Thank you. I'm gonna change my entire lexicon. I'm gonna change my my way of being to be like this. Like you know what you've done, right? You've now changed me fundamentally. At the atomic level, I'm this guy now. This is amazing. Thank you for posting this. This is in the Discord. Thank you for sharing this. Between this and Baby Gronk, it's only been winners. What did the kids say? Slay. I already say chat. You're right. You know, you're okay. Yeah, you're right. You know that I do it RL. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do accidentally say like chat, bitch. Where is it? Where is it? I have the perfect answer for you. Where is it? Slay. Go today out there. Slay. I love this. I love this. Thank you for showing me this. I'm gonna take time to practice those lines to become that character. Okay. I'm gonna try my best. Next time I stream on Wednesday or Thursday, I'm gonna try my best to become that character. Okay. I have the perfect chat. You have just shifted the schedule one day over. The entire schedule is gonna move one day over because of that video. I have a new stream segment in mind. It's over. It's over. Thank you for changing my life. We're gonna continue on to Sandbox with a bit of a song. You see Megamind. No, there's no Megamind. No, sure, no. I don't know what you're talking about. We're gonna move on to a song. It's by an artist named Elmian. Elmian. I don't know how to pronounce their name, but I really enjoyed their music, and I'm trying to soothe this into a much more calm mood because what we just went through was a bit of a disaster. TBH. We ended off with a regenerator stuck in the elevator with us, and so I want us to go towards a much more, I guess, soulful, spiritual, but also very calm mood. So And I think this song is fantastic. This artist I actually recently found, and I was like very surprised that no one really knows about them. I mean, they only have like 15,000 views on this like one song, but I'm like this music, like this the song is beautiful. The singing is amazing. The lyrics and the songwriting is like really good too, and it's the way that they emote. I mean, I don't know what the word is now, but it's the way that they emote when they sing that makes you just feel at ease. It sort of like wraps you in a cozy blanket, makes you feel very very good. So please enjoy some sweetness by Elmian. I'm saying this as somebody who like abuses that register very very often. It's very very hard to make that register feel soft, like a male falsetto. It feels very very hard to like give it like a softer edge to it. Usually, a male falsetto when you hit it, because it's so high up and because it's so different from your actual like natural tone, you get to the point where it almost like cuts through everything into your ears. Here, it feels again like almost like velvet the way it wraps over you. I find the control over the falsetto very very good, like extremely extremely good, because they're able to impart emotion to it, and they're able to impart control over it, and they're able to impart a feeling behind it, using it in a way to like, and with the intonations of it to say something that goes beyond the words, right? That they're actually saying, and honestly, it's absolutely beautiful. And even the song lyrics, again, that it's such a beautiful sort of like calming song. And another great thing that I found from that music video actually is this person, William Sibley, in the music video for this. It's sort of a beautiful music video. The way that that the actor just stands there and just starts dancing, and just sort of like does his own thing. He's like in the moment. He's like living by himself, and he's just doing his own thing, sort of in his own world, in his own happy place. And it's beautiful. But also, what's beautiful is that he actually commented on that video, and he said thank you. He's actually a surprisingly he's in quite a few different music videos of like different bands, and on his channel, again, I love this video from him. This is not to make fun of him, but I realized that there was a comedic edit that I could do, so I did it. So I implore you to watch this. Wait. So the context is that he's like preparing for a role. So he's like doing like, like method acting, or like he's like getting into the role. I'm assuming it's a role where it's like, at least when he explained it, it seemed like maybe it's a role that's based around like, I think like pretending to like die or something, like to some degree on some point. But yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. Or like he's like being tortured. It really does look like a succubus is trying to suck the semen out of him. Honestly, he's a great actor. And ever since I cut that, I've always been looking for opportunities to like use that, because again, it's the way that he starts the sentence with like, "What's happening?" That like really got to me. That's the thing that like made me go like, "Ah, yes, this is art." So I cut the whole thing down into a much smaller segment to provide like a story to it, and I was like, "This is beautiful." So thank you, William Sibley. I think your work is fantastic. I think whatever you're doing is really good. Please keep it up. I actually really enjoy what you do. And I love that they're taking the ability for themselves to sort of like feel free to, I guess, like explore that space. Because dancing definitely feels like a very, it feels very cringy when you dance in that style, but that style of dancing feels very free too. It's not the same way that like, it's basically the equivalent of like singing and like improvising with your words, right? It's the exact same thing, but with like motion of the body. We just happen to find it funny, but the truth is, it's just as beautiful in its own way. So, beautiful. We're gonna move on to Sandbox now. This is when we bring back the background music. So again, and background music at this point will be kind of chill and stuff like that for the most part. You're all allowed. You're all allowed to leave because this is where it gets kind of boring. So, but not for me. Boring for thee, but not for me. Give me a moment though. I'll be right back. I use the washroom, and when we're back, we'll start unprogramming some Sandbox stuff. BRB. I'm going to sign you off now, chat. See you in the theater. But before we go, I have a song for you all. It's another one of them like quiet songs, a song that really kicks us off into the final stretches of what we're doing to say goodbye. Because tomorrow, all the way till Wednesday, I won't be streaming. I'll be with my wife. Okay? This may surprise you, some of you, maybe all of you, because the boomer meme is that people don't love their wives. I love my wife a lot. I really, really enjoy being with her. And to kick me off into that time, it's a song called Favorite by Xavier Omar and Elhe. Xavier Omar, by the way, An artist who I've played a song of before on the channel, whose name I forgot. Again, I always forget the name. I was going to talk about it, but he's a fantastic artist that really, for some reason, just was very unknown for quite a long while. And we really started to pop off after like pretty recently. I want to say, despite always making bangers, always his songs have always been quite amazing. So good night, goodbye. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great start to your week. Take care of yourselves. And my wife and I will all see you soon. My wife won't see you. I don't want to show you. I don't want to show her to you guys because I'm afraid of. I don't want her to know about you. Bye everyone, and have a great time.